Hello, friends. A wise man once said, "Well done is better than well said." What does this mean? Let me share a story to illustrate his point. In a village in China, there was a young man who was known for his skill in playing the guzheng, a traditional Chinese instrument. Whenever he performed, people would always praise him, saying, "Well said, well said." But one day, the emperor of that region came to the village and heard the young man playing the guzheng. The emperor was so pleased that he invited the young man to the palace to perform for his amusement. The young man was very happy to receive the emperor's invitation, but he was also very nervous because he had never performed for such an important person before. On the day of the performance, the young man put on his finest clothes, took his most prized possession, a guzheng, and went to the palace. As soon as the emperor saw the young man, he asked him to play his best piece. The young man took a deep breath, closed his eyes and began to play. His fingers danced across the strings, and the sound filled the room. The emperor listened intently, his eyes half closed, enjoying the music. When the young man finished playing, there was a moment of silence. Then the emperor opened his eyes and said, "You play very well, but I have never heard of your playing being called well done. Why is that?" The young man was confused. He had always been praised for his playing, so he didn't understand why the emperor was pointing this out. The emperor continued, "When someone says well said, it means they agree with what you said and want to show their appreciation for your words. But no one has ever said well done to you, because your actions have never matched your words. You say you are a master guzheng player, but I didn't see any mastery in your performance just now. Don't misunderstand my words. I am not saying you don't play well. I am simply saying that what you did just now is not your best. I have seen true masters of the guzheng, and what you did just now is far from what they are capable of. So I invite you to go to the capital and find the best teacher there. Learn from him for 3 years, and then come back and play for me again. If you can play better than those masters, I will personally give you the title of Master Guzheng Player." The young man was shocked. He had never thought of himself as anything less than a master player, and he couldn't imagine how anyone could play better than him. But the emperor's words made him realize that he had a lot to learn. So he bowed to the emperor and said, "Thank you for your advice. I will go to the capital and find a teacher right now." And with that, he left the palace and went to the capital. After 3 years of studying under the best teachers, the young man returned to the village. He wasn't arrogant anymore and was eager to show the emperor what he had learned. This time when he played for the emperor, his fingers flew across the strings, like birds taking off from a tree. His music was filled with emotion, and it seemed as if he was telling a story with every note. When he finished playing, the emperor was deeply moved. He had never heard such beautiful music before. He stood up and said, "You have truly earned the title of Master Guzheng Player. From today onwards, you will be known throughout the land as the best guzheng player in the empire." And so the young man became famous throughout the land, not just for his skill in playing the guitar, but also for his humility and determination to improve. Friends, this story teaches us that it is not enough to just say things. Our actions must match our words. We must be willing to learn and improve ourselves. If we want to become truly skilled at something, only then can we say that we have done well. So the next time you want to say, "Well said," take a moment to consider whether you have done well. If not, then shut up and do it well. That's all for today. See you next time.